All right, good folks. Ooh, look at my gray hairs coming in. All right. Welcome back. We are getting ready to find something to get into. And we decided to do a challenge.
Yes, which we don't know if that's actually going to, we're going to raise that camera up so y'all can see more than just, right, a floating head. We're going to try to spend only $100 today on kind of a date day for us. So we're going to hit a couple spots and see a little bit of Nashville and some surrounding areas and try to stay under $100.
I think we're going to fail, but we'll see where it takes us. So we're going to put some shoes on and get in the car, and we don't really have a plan. We didn't really make a plan, but we're going to just kind of brainstorm and see where the moment takes us. And of course, you get to go for the ride. So let's go. They were running a special for the month. Pick any plan and it's $9.99. So we either pay $22 today and get the car wash today, or we pay $10 and get the car wash all month. I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna set an alarm on the phone and get it canceled. So not that they do a bad job, it's just we're not consistent. I mean, we may not wash the vehicle at all next month and we're just paying for it. So we're going to set an alarm if we're not using it, get it canceled, and if we decide to keep it, we'll go from there. But there we are. Now this guy in front of me is having some issues.
It's because he's in a tundra.
So I even said it's because he's in a tundra.
And he has stuff all in his tail, the bed of his truck, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so they're in it now.
This does not invoke confidence.
Not a big fan of these drive-thrus, but you know, for the convenience and what we actually need to get done, it gets the job done. Got to do a little bit more work after you run through, get it vacuum out a little bit and hit some spots that it doesn't necessarily clean perfectly. Always would prefer a hand wash, but you know what? I don't see too many of those in Nashville.
You just passed one. There's one right up the street.
Okay, well,
now I don't
there's
know.
one up the street.
Yeah, there's one. I don't know if you want to go there.
All right, back on the road. We are going to, I don't know. What's the plan? What do we decide?
We're gonna head to find something to eat. Don't know where yet, and then probably go to a winery and see. The winery is like an hour from us, So we'll have to see what's along the way. That's the plan.
All right. Well, heard it from the boss lady. Food first. Here we go. All right, we just ate, full, happy, excited. Place is called the
It's on the receipt.
Grindstone Cowboy.
It's pretty good. Little place in Nolensville. I
Very,
think
very little country shop.
this is probably the first time both of us have been in Nolensville.
Yeah.
If I've been in it, I don't remember, but this is the first time we've ventured around. So
Yeah.
good little place. Not an expensive meal.
We both had Reubens,
Yeah.
which was pretty good, pretty solid. And we lucked up. So on our challenge, remember we're trying to stay at $100 or less. We did pretty well, actually. Both of our sandwiches are originally $9 each. Naima got the sandwich with the tomato soup. I opted for potato chips. But we happened to land right at their happy hour. So in their happy hour, you get $2 off your food. I also had a cocktail. They made a old-fashioned smoked. That was really, really nice. And I've had one before, but I taste more of the smoke in this one than I did the previous ones. But very, very, very good cocktail made with Buffalo Trace. Was very, very nice. But for some totals for you, both sandwiches, we both had water. I was the only one who opted for a cocktail, and I only opted for one because I truly forgot that we were in this challenge as I'm sitting there eating, because we normally are not thinking about that. But that's what it is. So the total for the meal came out to, it looks like $32.52 before tip. So once we added a tip in,
It's $40.
it came to $40. So we wrapped right at about 40. So we are $40 in, unless you guys want to count the car wash. I don't want to count the car wash because that's not anything to do with the date. It's just I washed my car earlier, so I was washing Naima's. So if you want to count it, it's $50. We're not going to count it. So $40 in. Now we're headed to the wine vineyard that we decided to go to. What's the name of it, love?
Arrington Vineyards.
Arrington Vineyards. So we're gonna head there and check that out.
No, we're at $92. 90.
I don't know if you can hear us with the wind and the music in the background and all that that's going on, but
We're right under 100.
we're at a picnic table sitting on the hilltop. Very cool place.
One of my favorites.
We have flights. We both have flights that we're about to try and go through. And they actually sell cigars, so kudos to them. They got my vote. But I've only been to 2 wineries, so I will rate this one in comparison to the other one that I've went to. Naima's went to Plethora, but I'm not gonna let her rate it because obviously she likes it because she picked it and she came back. But I'm gonna rate that. But we're gonna try these flights and I'm gonna see what this cigar is about and fill you in as we get to the end of this evening. But I do think, well, the flights are, as you saw in that initial picture, $16 per flight to try the different wines. I got a mixture of whites, reds, and what is that? And a rosé. And the wife got
just reds.
Just reds. She's a red person. So that's where we're at. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if you can or not, but I think that brings us to that's $32 plus my cigar was $11.
The total for this was
$48. So we're at 48. So we're at $88 right now. So we have we have $12. We have $12 left. And if we buy a bottle of wine, we fail. But we're at 12, so let's see what happens. All right, so we, be honest with you, we were at $88 total. We had $12 left.
And somebody put us over.
Well, here's what happened. I did go over.
You did.
And I didn't go over by much. I went over by $4.
Still put us over.
I went over by $4, which I wanted to say 105 in the beginning because I knew that something small would have happened to put us over. We didn't get a bottle, so, you know, to make sure we stayed underneath. Now, in my defense, making sure that I didn't get a bottle, I didn't taste anything that I was like, hey, ooh, we got to get a bottle of this. I didn't taste anything like that. But again, remember, I'm not a wine drinker.
Their wines are not, their wines are decent. Are they the best wines I've ever had? No. But is it a nice vibe? I get to listen to live jazz music. It was great weather today. It was 85 degrees and it's been above 90, 95 for the past month. This was really why I picked this for a good date spot. Because I've come here several times and he's never came. But no, they're not typically a place that I like buy a bottle to bring home.
Right. Membership is fair. Miss Pam, who shuttled us back, so I guess we went over more by $4. How much did we tip Miss Pam?
$5.
We tipped Miss Pam $5, so we went over by $9. Miss Pam said that the membership is free as long as you buy 2 bottles quarterly.
So what Miss that's the normal wine membership at wineries. This is nothing special to this. Yeah, I've been a part of winery memberships. It's pretty much the same. The membership is free, and you're just responsible for buying something quarterly, and it just depends on the number quarterly.
Which to me is not terrible. I mean, I don't think that's terrible, and you get a little bit more perks for the membership.
Correct. That's the purpose of it.
So it that was cool, but if you guys follow along, and if you've seen our trip to South Carolina, we stopped in Ellijay, Georgia, and we did a winery there that I had a better experience at. And again, hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying this was a bad experience. This was actually great. I love the spot. I love the view. The weather was awesome. The people were really friendly. Service was great. The tasting seemed like you got more.
Just different glasses. It's
the
same. It's the same amount. They use the same pours.
It seemed more to me than what we got. And then they actually had a mixed palette, which what I had, of white and red and then rosé. But anyway, it was a great experience. I highly do recommend it. It is something that you should go out and experience as a couple or with your friends or whoever you want to take out to this type of a place. But it was a great experience. Now, we went over $4 because I had to get a bottle of water, and they had a peach rosé frosty thing, which
it's a frozen rosé.
I've never seen or had, so I was like, why not? Let's try it and see what happened. So that was $16. So that was 16 out of the 12, and then we tipped the shuttle person. It's not really a shuttle. It's a really large golf cart that
shuttles people around the camp.
Yeah, that shuttles people around the grounds. And she was Miss Pam was very nice, and she gave us a ride back to our vehicle. It's a nice steep uphill climb to get to where you're going to the vineyard. As you can see from the views, that it's a downhill to the car. But she just happened to be right there. She was like, jump in, I'll take y'all where you're going. And I took it. So, but great experience, highly recommend. We never did any challenge like this. We were kind of trying to figure out what to do this weekend, and we threw a theme on it to kind of make it something interesting. But it was a great experience. All the couples out there, I challenge you, go do it. Comment on it after you do it, or what you thought about it, whatever. But it was a great sporadic on the spot kind of thing. We didn't make a plan really until we got in the car, and then we just kind of threw out ideas, and Naima threw out the winery, and I was like, yeah. She's like, you go to a winery? I was like, yeah, let's go. So we did that. But highly recommended. Go try it, go do it. It was awesome. Fantastic. Now we're gonna head back home to Hendersonville. We're gonna stop and we're gonna get some food, something to put on the grill this evening, and kind of hang out more at home today and kind of enjoy the weekend. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you guys very much. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe if you like any of the content at all and you want to see more of what we have going on. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We appreciate the support. Hit that like button, and we'll see you next week.